Stoicism, philosophy, and other thoughts. This is what we are once again kind of gonna go through today. But yeah, it's gonna be nice, it's gonna be cool, I at least hope. And I look forward to it after the intro, as always. And super loud and really unnecessarily loud. And with that being said, hello, welcome back to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics podcast. And I'm super duper happy to be here. And we're just gonna go straight into where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? I can't find it. There it is. Oh, we're gonna do it like this. You're gonna see me, and we're gonna do this, and now you see what we really are gonna talk about today. And once again, he's like, could you please shut up? It would make my life a little tiny bit easier, better, or at least different. You know, let's put it like this. It's at least would be a little bit different. You know. So let's see. The pursuit of contentment. I know, I never actually know how to pronounce it, to be honest. But yeah, take a moment out of your day to ask yourself if you're content. Take everything else out of the picture, your life circumstances, relationship, health, finances, etc. Take in everything about the mysteries of life, the changes of two cells undergoing very complicated process to become you. Accept the role of being a conscious part of vast cosmos whose depths are infinite. A cosmos from which you emerged and will return to be part of its glory. And many more things. Like, yeah, I'm not going to read the whole one, but I think know what the person is referring to, I guess. In terms of like, yeah, no, I actually don't know. I have once again forgotten what content means. What content means. Satisfied. If you're satisfied, are you satisfied with, like, how should you actually say that you're satisfied if you, a truly magnificent illusion with memories that fades away as we do. Loth at the mystery of life, all its intrigues, beauty, chaos, and seeming purposelessness. Take this trip as often as you can and reach for an equilibrium with your conscious self. There lies contentment, happiness with being not self. I don't know if I can just, if I have the right words for what I want to say, but I quite understand what the person is referring to, whether it is a he or she, I don't know, so the person. There is a lot of stuff going on always, you know, just in everyone's life, like whether it is good, whether it is bad, whatnot, it does not matter. Well, it doesn't matter, but not now in this kind of context there. But if we think about just being satisfied. But I mean, the problem that I'm still having, like, how can you just say if you're satisfied if you just don't take in like all the things that life consists of? Like, of course, if you don't see all the bad things that are going on, if you don't see like all the stuff that you're not having, that you are having, that you would like to have, and whether it is actually something materialistic or whether it is something that's non-materialistic, I believe that just, I don't know, maybe it is also just being present, what I'm referring to. Just, I don't know, just sitting there and just knowing that this, what you're just doing is life, you know? And life consists out of just various and many, many, many different things. It's not about learning maths as I have to do it and as I fucking hate it, even though I like maths. But I don't like not being good at things, I guess. I think this is the biggest part for me. Yeah. I mean, just seeing things, just thinking about it. Whether this is gonna turn out good or bad, like, of course, it's not good. But is it then gonna be bad for a lifetime of yours? No, it's not gonna be. How to be invincible in life, a Stoic guide on indifference. Is this long? Would appreciate any feedback. Yeah, it is probably long. It is long. I'm not going to go through such a long thing. How does one handle being branded as the enemy in a dysfunctional family? By, I think, using empathy and seeing that there just has to be someone, like, people always want to just give the responsibility to someone else, I guess. It's just easy, and we like to do it because then we don't have the responsibility ourselves, you know, which is the good thing. Like, we then don't have to deal with that. And this is why we want to do it, you know, because we just don't like dealing with it, I guess. And on the other hand, there's, of course, like, some people really want to deal with the responsibility and really want to have responsibility, because with responsibility, you are also having choices, and you're always having power, and you're also having just all the other things. I just really feel like wasting a lot of time. Not in terms of recording, like recording, this makes sense, but in terms of learning maths. Like the first episode that I've been recording today was purely about that, purely about me actually ranting about it and just talking about how I feel about it and all that stuff. But I mean, it is 2 p.m. and I wouldn't know what to do anyway. Maybe it's just because I don't have my people around, which makes me deeply unhappy, to be honest. Like I think one of the reasons why I like being in school is because of the people, mainly or greatly because of the people, because I love them so much, because there's so amazing people there, and it makes me really unhappy. No, can you please go away? Thank you. Took quite some time. Stoic advice on anger. I wonder. I am in general a very, 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 very. Why is it so long? Why is it so long? Yeah, maybe there is something cool. The philosophy of Stoicism focuses on minimizing the amount of negative emotions in the mind. One of these undecided emotions is anger. I'm having a lot of anger. I'm a really angry person. Whenever I'm not able to do something, I'm gonna fuck my table. Like I'm gonna punch my table. To maybe deal with it, which I think is a form of anger, I guess. But yeah, which follows of a Stoicism known as Stoics, believed to be a state of breathed insanity because of the damage it does to our mental health. Well. Everyone experiences anger, and there are some situations where anger seems the only way to react. Anger is thus an emotional reflex that comes naturally to us, but one that causes more problems than it solves. Yes, indeed. It is often the case. The Stoics believe that the random nature of life will thrust us into many situations which will cause us to be angry, but that we must adapt to these situations. We should realize that most of the things that anger us, is this actually how you say it, that anger us, are mere annoyances and cause no real harm. Anger from situations like losing a game or getting enraged at other drivers puts us in a state of agitation that lasts longer than the actual event which caused it. Yes, indeed, always the fucking case, and it makes no sense. In serenity or in more serious situations too, anger should be unwelcome, and in its place should be serenity, which enables you to do a better job in dealing with the situation. For example, if someone hurts a member of your family, you could make better decisions about how you punch them when you are calm. Punish them. No. Yes, indeed, punish them. The Stoic philosopher Seneca devised a number of ways to minimize anger, which can be seen as Stoic strategies for anger management. Thank you for the word. When angry, Seneca says that we should take steps to turn our anger into the opposite state. We should... I've lost the line. Fuck. We should take steps to... We should force ourselves to relax our face, soften our voice, and think wholesome thoughts. Even with these techniques, however, anger is hard to control, and the behavior of other people will routinely be unavoidable sources of anger in our lives. The Stoics thus recommend that we also shift the way we think of others and their actions. There may be people who, for some reason or other, do not like us and will act to cause us harm. The most common way they may anger us is by insulting us. The Stoics bring to attention the fact that insults themselves are harmless, and it is our interpretation of them which provokes us. We must therefore change the way we view the insulter's actions which provokes us. We must therefore change the way of actions. Seneca recommends that we love off an insult or refuse to respond. By doing this, our response implies that we laugh off an insult or refuse to respond. By doing this, our response implies that it so pisses me off, like I'm just... Yeah, I think I got the point. And yes, indeed, like there's a lot of Stoic fundamentals in there, I gotta have to say. I hope, by the way, that the frame is good like this. I just kind of feel like sitting like this. I don't know why. Mortality is a fundamental of Stoicism. Stoicism for a better life. Weekly exercise. Whenever you experience the pangs of losing something, don't treat it like a part of yourself, but as a breakable glass. So when it falls, you will remember that and won't be troubled. Stoic daily practices. I'm curious as to what some of your Stoic related blah 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 that can blah 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 Perception versus doctrines, no. Stoic musing. How is Stoicism dichotomy of control reconciled with hard determinism? Yeah, I think this could be a good one, even though it is formatted in a very strange way, I gotta say. It seems to be a quote, but yeah, I'm gonna read it anyway. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be madding, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surely, they are like this because they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and have recognized that the wrongdoer has a nature related to my own, not of the same blood or birth, but the same mind and possessing a share of the divine. And so none of them can hurt me. None can implicate me in ugliness, nor can I feel angry at my relative or hate him. We were born to work together like feet, hands, and eyes, like the two rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel angry at someone, to turn your back on him, these are obstructions. What is obstructions? Obstacle. Yes, indeed. And I have often thought about it in ways like, if I'm angry at somebody and if I wish something bad for somebody, then I'm not gonna benefit from that. I'm also not gonna benefit of just being angry at somebody, and being like, okay, you did this to me, so I'm never ever gonna talk to you once again. I don't benefit off of that, nor does the other person. It's actually a lose-lose situation, I guess. Of course, I do understand that, it just really depends on what happened, but I really do understand that when something happens, that we are gonna be angry and that we are gonna really just not feel good about things and just various things. But yeah, in the end, it is really, really unnecessary. And I still feel really like I'm wasting, and I've been wasting so much time today, and I will waste so much time today by maybe it's just about the way that I learn. It's a difficult thing because I feel like that so the context is I'm learning maths at this point in time, and I kind of have to talk about it a little bit. I thought that it is a good idea to just make just the insanest amount of exercises I can do to, first of all, figure out what I am not able to do, which I think really makes sense. The problem then is, it would heavily make sense if I would just then learn things once I figured out what I'm not good at, and not just try how I could just somehow solve this exercise. Maybe I should just also learn the principles and then go ahead from that. But I feel like this is not how I should be doing it. Because most often it is not really like, okay, going from the beginning to the end and then everything is going to be fine. Like, nah, it's not always the case. And it's actually also not often the case, I guess. Often it just also makes sense to just start with the end and then go forward with the beginning. And the end indeed is, okay, I'm just doing an exercise, or there is just a task that I have to do and learn from that on. So I don't know. Also because I don't per se have a structure there, which I maybe should be having. But I also feel like, if I'm having a plan there, is this how it's gonna work out? Is this gonna be better? Like, of course, it makes sense that you know everything that you needs to be able to do, that I don't forget about something. I think this is also incredibly important, and I should also have an eye on that. But yeah, anyway, it's not about that. It's about Stoicism today. Come look at our Stoic Discord. We are a great community, and we are looking for people to come check us out. Cool. Concentrate every minute on doing what is in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness, tenderly, willingly, with justice, and on freeing yourself from all other distractions. Marcus Aurelius. Full quote is even better. I do not want to read the whole one. I've realized that video games are what I base my self-worth on. And that is not good. You see, my favorite games are the online multiplayer ones, CSGO, Smite, etc. I've been playing some form of online I didn't know what exactly it was until it dawned me today. It's because I base my self-worth on how good I am at a given video game. It's the case with not only competitive shooters like CSGO or MOBAs like Smite, but also more laid-back games like Super Mario Maker 2. Yeah, I think a lot of things in life are just figuring oneself out, and it indeed is gonna take some time. Like, I think also when it comes to learning, like I have been able to figure it out in like, let me guess, 10 years? 10 years? 4, 8, 8 and 5, no, even more than 4 years. What the fuck? What is 8 plus 5? 12, isn't it? No, 13. 13 years. 13 years of just being in fucking school and I haven't figured it out yet. Not quite. And it might just be because I'm me. Yeah, I don't know. Emerson on Stoicism and Marcus Aurelius. I'm doing an interview shortly about Emerson. Well, never mind. Epictetus discourses. Life isn't really short. Most people just waste it is all. I really am interested in what people say there. True, it all depends on how you look at it. Life isn't really short. Yes, indeed. Like, I mean, you could say like, okay, I'm gonna make every single day count and stuff. I don't know if you're really gonna do that. I don't know if this is gonna work out as well as you want it to work out. But yeah. I think it's not short either. You know, don't really think so. What does that actually mean? Philosophy is useless if you cannot be connected back to attitude or behavior in real life. How would you live your life only in the present? Question mark. Is this the question? I don't know. Practical memento mori exercises. How do you go about actually implementing memento mori into your daily routine? Looking for some ideas, methods, and exercises about how I can actually reflect and contemplate on death. I see. If it is something I enjoy, I don't put it off until tomorrow. If it is something I enjoy, I don't put it off until tomorrow. If it is something to benefit others, I don't put it off until tomorrow. I do it today and do it now. After all, we could leave life right now. I see. I get it. But I mean, this also just implies, I guess, that you're gonna just not do it with things you don't like. You know, when there's just something that you don't like, then it's gonna be like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna do it just tomorrow. I'm gonna do it whatever. I don't know if this is that good either. I'm lucky to work in medical devices for multiple reasons, but the thing I grapple with is the nature of death and how it relates to the products I design, as well as how I can perform my job. Some people still going to die regardless of how perfect my efforts is. It's the nature of the medical profession. Nothing is 100% recovery rate, and mistakes happen in surgery all the time. This reminder loops back to my own mortality and forces me to consider it as a possibility every day, partially because the work I do won't be usable if I die, and more people will suffer if I'm unorganized or undedicated. Whoa, by the way, this is, I think, a pretty huge and important point. Is this better? Because I'm dark now, it is fine. I have been just making a script for myself, for myself, you know, for learning the other stuff, not maths, but the other stuff that I need to be learning. My feet look just huge right now. The perspective is so strange. Now, but only like this, like just because you can't see that it's like this. They still really huge, really look huge. Well, anyway, I've been making myself a script. So because I thought, well, there is a lot of unnecessary bullshit in these things that we got from school, so I'm gonna boil it down a little bit. It took me the last day, I know yesterday, I think 4 hours or something, and also the day before, so it really took quite some time for the majority of it and stuff. But I first of all, I wasn't really feeling good then yesterday, and I think it as such is also a reason for it, I guess. I don't actually know why, and I can't tell if it could also be the case. Like, I just see it as a possibility, you know? The thing is, I then asked someone if he or she also wants to have the script while I was working on it. And he or she said, yeah, you know, it would really be nice. It would be a kind act of yours, which first of all is a cool thing. Okay, other people can benefit from it as well. And then I thought, well, the work is going to be better because other people are gonna have it. Other people are gonna use it. Other people are at least gonna have a look at it. And maybe I really hope that that it is somehow good for them. Because now I think multiple people are having it. Yes, yeah. So yeah, in the end, I was doing it for not myself anymore, and it made the work better. Because if I just do something for myself, I'm not gonna work that hard, I guess, compared to when I'm just doing something for someone else, and hope that they're gonna just get something out of it. I really believe in that. Yeah, something else. I don't want to end the episode like that. No, can I please? I'm confused on what decision I should be trying to make if I was Stoic regarding daily indulgence. Let's say that I like at okay, I think this could be important. Let's say that I like taking a break from work somewhere between 4 and 5 to go to get a smoothie, which I do. Getting a smoothie is not necessary. I do not need the calories, and I'm spending money on something which I do not need. I'm also spending time away from my work doing this. My understanding is that if I were Stoic, I would try to abstain from it because it is basically a vice. Question mark. Or would it be more Stoic of me to not think of it largely one way or the other if I go get the smoothie or not? Question mark. I'm guessing that I'm not supposed to get the smoothie and to find peace, not be bothered by not getting it. Let's see. Getting a smoothie is not in itself a vice. Start here. There's actually an FAQ. Maybe we should go for it once. The Stoics also value balance in life. I'm getting a smoothie or just taking a break in general rejuvenates your mental health. Then by all means do it. It also ties into self-control by being able to walk away from work and to keep things in moderation. I think this is also a problem that I've seen, like that you could just view it in one way or in the other. I know you could be like, whoa, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette because it helps me to just feel better. Like, yeah, even though it does, it's gonna be a short-term bullshit thing, So there's always two sides, and you can just make both sides seem positive even though they're not. So yeah, I think there's a bit of a problem. But yeah, the question of today. The question of today is gonna be, and it's once again gonna be the same because I just love it. What can you do for other people to make their life better? And if you're not doing it, then according to Will Smith, you're wasting your time. And I'm gonna quote him, and I try to do it. If you're not, well, I don't remember. Anyway, you get the point. Make something for other people. It's amazing, and it also feels amazing. But yeah, with that being said, I wish you the best health, happiness, and also success, and also hope that you're gonna remind yourself, and you're gonna be remembered. Basically means you're like it. Basically means just being a nice person and being remembered as a nice person. 3 other questions that I'm having for you are: why are you here? What are you trying to change, and what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea, which is always a nice thing. But yeah, with that being said, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I really truly appreciate that, the time, energy, and thoughts. And I'm going to hopefully see you the next time. So yeah, I'll see you.